Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cracking the Cryptic. This is a free-to-play Sudoku game by Cracking the Cryptic, the YouTube channel. But looks very interesting. Oh, it looks like it does want you to get the DLC to get all this stuff. But it does look like there's a few free ones. Um, Approachable Sudoku, bonus pack, sample domino puzzles. Let's try one of those. Ooh, a crop key. Alright, let's see. Full crop key, a white dot. I don't know if I like how the backgrounds are weird, but it's like not white. It's kind of like grayish. A white dot between two cells indicates that the neighboring digits are consecutive. A black dot between two cells indicates that one of the digits is twice as big as the other digit. The dot between the digits 1 and 2 can either be white or black. All possible dots are given. Huh, I might change the theme here. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, that looks way better. Okay. Very white, though. I kind of wish I could have this stuff be dark and this stuff be white. But that's alright. Okay, let's see here. So the white dots... This has to be a 1, 2, 4, 8 in some order. So this is either the start of the chain, so it would be 1, 2, 4, 8. Or this is the start, and it would be 1, 2, 4, 8. These middle ones are 4 and 8. This has to be 3 and 6, which makes this also 3 or 6. This has to be adjacent, so it's either 3, 5, 7, 9. Which is a lot of things to write in, so I probably won't. Oh no, it can't be 3. So it's 5, 7, or 9. I can actually that in. Yeah. Wait, these have to these have to be consecutive. I feel like I made a mistake here. Where's the rules again? I have done crop keys before. Oh, a black dot indicates. So that means these all have to be consecutive. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything I've written in is wrong because I forgot which order they go in. Alright, can I undo? Alright, so this one is where I start with, and also this one. Because this is the black dots. So this is 1 or 8, and this is 1 or 8. And then this is 2 and 4. And then the same logic goes here, so that's 1 or 8, and that's 2 and 4. Which means this center cell has 1 and 8 in there. So this has to be either 2, 4, or 3, 6. But it can't be 2, 4 because of up here. So that's a 3, 6, which makes these the opposite. Huh, this is actually a bit tricky. This is another one where it's very long, so it's kind of restricted. This has to be consecutive. Yeah, white dots are consecutive, black dots are ratios. I was a little bit confused by the wording, but I think I get it now. This cell, like everything is consecutive to something else. I know, and this is not very useful info. This middle one can't be a 1 or a 9, because then it would force both of these cells to be 8. Is there any info here? I don't think so. I don't think those all go together in any way. If I know 2 and 4 are in here, this could be 5, 6, 7, but it can't be 8, 9 because of the 1, 8 pair, right? It can't be 3 because it would force a 4 or 2, which wouldn't work. It can't be 1, 2, 4, or 8. It's either 7, 6, or 5. But there's definitely a 6 in there. So I think I can notate that, right? Yeah. So there's a 6 in there for sure. Which might do something. What can this be? It can't be 1 and 2, because then it would force a 2 there. It could be 4 and 8, because it could go 4, 5, 6. No. It could be 3 and 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's gotta be 3 and 6. And that has to be 4 and 5. And this can't be a 5. So that gets our first digit. Is either a 8 or a 2. This has to be a 5? Yeah, it can't be a 3. So that's a 5, 6, and 3. Now this is somewhat restricted. It could be 1 and 2 if that's not a 2. This was a 1, those would both have to be 2. So this can't be a 1, because there has to be a 2 in one of these two cells. Could it be a 2 and force 2 1s, though? Yeah, I think so. Dang. I thought maybe I could rule it into a higher digit. This is a lot of info, though, for this area. There's probably something I can do. This can't be a 6, 3 now. So it has to be a 1, 2, or 8. 1, 2, 4, 8, I mean. Because if this was a 3 or a 6, it would force a 6 or a 3 there, and it can't be either. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to do much. This can't go into a 2. Because if it's a 6, it would go 5, 4, which is possible. If it was a 3, it would go 2, 1. But there's no way to get to a 2 there. Which I don't think does anything. Well, now this can't be a 1, because a 1 would have to go to a 2. Okay, what about the 8? 6, 7, 8? Possible. Yeah, possible. If this was a 3, it would have to go down and go 3, 2, 1, which seems possible. 6, 7, 8, or 6, 5, 4. Don't really see much else to do there. But yeah, this is either 2, 5, or 7. Which seems insane to denote, but I might as well. It probably is insane to denote, but whatever. This could really be anything. This could be... Oh, it can't be a 2 or a 4. Yeah, it can't be a 2 or a 4. So this can't be a 3. Okay, that's more info. Yeah. Now this can't be a 2 anymore, which means this can't be a 1. This could still be any of the following, though. Anyways, this has to connect, so it's either 5 or 7. This can't be 3, 6 anymore. It's gotta be 1, 2, 4, 8 in some order. This could still be 6, 3 like that, though. Oh no, I know 6 is here. Why do I know 6? Oh, right, because of that. So 6 in this box can't be here. So that's a 1, 2, 4, 8 as well. I wish there was a less wordy way of saying that. Oh well. Oh yeah, also classic, so every row, column, and box must have all numbers from 1 to 9 exactly once. I didn't read that out earlier. We got this going on. This can't be a 3 or a 4. Other than that, it could be anything, though. This can't be a 1. Okay, maybe I will fully notate that, because that is interesting. If this was a 1, it would force a 2 here and here. So this can't be a 1. Could be a 2. Can't be a 3 or 4. Can't be a 5. Could be a 6. Can't be a 7. Could be 8. So this could be a 1, 4, or 3. I can't really think of what else that would give me. So I don't think that's where I look. I feel like this box is pretty restricted, but I can't really think about how. Every square has to be connected to something consecutively. Which feels important, but I don't really see how. All possible dots are given. There must be something with that negative constraint. I don't really see anything. Is there anything by normal Sudoku I can do? Sixes are restricted here. Oh, yeah. That's a 6. 6 somewhere in there. A 6 somewhere in this L shape. Oh, 3 can't be next to 6, right? All possible dots are given. Okay, that does get me info then. Oh, actually, where does 3 go on this column? Because if this was a 3, it would force a 2 or a 4, so that can't be a 3. So 3 on this column must be there. Okay. Oh, and it automatically clears up my pencil marks. That's nice. Oh, 3 in this box by Sudoku must be there. 3 is up here somewhere. I am going to denote that, even though normally I wouldn't, just because I feel like I'd forget that. Huh. Kind of wanted to note this 6 thing. I don't think there's anything else by normal Sudoku I can do. 5 could be there or there. 5... It's not necessarily in this domino, so I can't rule it out of that square, unfortunately. But 5... Almost. I think you could almost do something with 5 in here being restricted. And then... But the 5s in here don't line up. So you can't make an X-Wing out of that. This is a tricky puzzle. This is like the first puzzle available in the pack. So they do want you to get the DLCs. I feel like they should give you at least one, like, approachable Sudoku. Although I guess it makes sense that only people that are really into cracking the Cryptic would buy this. Or, like, buy the DLCs or whatever. That 3 domino actually restricts the square from being a 6. But that doesn't help much. So it makes that weird Tetris shape. Which is technically a Tetris shape, because I was watching a Grapefruit video where he plays Disney Tetris, and this weird shape is in it. Although I doubt that's, like, officially endorsed by the Tetris creator. This black Kropke dot, these... A lot of 2-4 things, but I think it could still be... Oh, it can't be 3 or 6, so it has to be 1, 2, 4, 8. And it has to have either a 2 or a 4 in it, right? I think that's true. But that doesn't make it a 2-4 pair with this. I was thinking it might, but I don't think that's true at all. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. That's a pretty big range. It can't be a 5. I'm trying to see what else I could do with the negative constraint, but I have so few digits in the grid. If this is a 2, it would have to go up and be 3, 4. That actually does break it. This can't be a 2. Because look at this. It goes 2, 3, 4. Now I can't put a 4 in there. So this can't be a 2. Which means this can't be a 1. 6, 5, 4 doesn't work. 6, 7, 8 doesn't work. This can't be a 6. 8, 7, 6 does work. So that's a 8. That's probably what solves the puzzle. Yeah. Wow. That was a hard fought for puzzle, but really cool. This 8 has to go down to 4. This goes down to 2. This goes down to 1. 2, 4, 8. 1. 1 in here is restricted to those cells. Still don't know what order that goes in. 3 in here. For some reason, like, the way this is laid out is kind of confusing to me, but I think it's the same as on their website, so I don't know why. If this is a 3, it would force a 4, which it can't be, or a 2, which it could be. No, it can't be. That's very interesting. Yeah, if this was a 3, this can't be a 2 or a 4, so this can't be a 3. So this is a 3. That negative restriction is very nice. This has to be a 3 or a 5. I don't think there's any way of knowing yet. This has to be a 7 or 9. But it can't be a 9, because if it was a 9, this would have to be a 10. Which, unfortunately, we don't have the technology to do yet. In a Sudoku. This could still be 5, 6, potentially, but this has to be 6 or 7. Oh, right, this is a 6, so now where does this 6 go? And where does this 6 go? And where does this 6 go? And now this is either a 5 or a 7. Can't be a 7, so it's gotta be a 5. 5 is in one of those cells. 3 now. Oh, alright, this is a 3 or 5, but it sees a 5. So that's a 3 guaranteed. This could be 1, 2, 4, 8, 9. Not necessarily, though. Because it could be 8, 9, 4, 2, 1. Which is possible. This is 2, 4 in some order, but I don't know the order yet. I got so much info now, I'm not sure where to go. 4 goes to 3 or 5, but it can't go to either. So that's an 8. That's a 4. 6, 5, 4 must be how that shakes out. This has to be a 9 or a 7. Do I have any 7s I can look at? I got those 2. I might sneeze. I hope you had time to hide any small children that may have been startled. That's a 7-9 pair, so this has to be whatever the odd one out is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 7. 5 restricted here by Sudoku. 5 restricted here by Sudoku. 5 restricted here by Sudoku. Unfortunately, 5 could be anywhere in this box. This 7-9 necessitates that this be 8, because if it was a 2, it would be way too far away. So that's an 8 for sure, which makes this a 4. And now we've got quite a few 4s in the grid, so we can probably finish those. It looks like this can't be a 1 anymore. So it's either 4-2 or 4-8. This has to be 3 or 5. Could be either, I think. Actually, this has to be the 3 for that column. Or row, I mean. This is a 3-5 pair, actually. Which is quite nice, because it gives this as a pair. That has to be a 1, 9. This is only 3 or 5. Just lines up. Are there any dots left I can look at? Ah. 1s and 2s are unknown in this box. But what's the odd one? The 9. 9 can't be in either of those. The reason is if 9 is here, this would have to be 8, which it can't be. 9 was here, this would have to be 8, which it can't be. So this must be 9. This must be 8. This must be 9 or 7, I think. Oh, but there's a 7. I was gonna say I can't necessarily say that that's a 7. Because it'd be nice to say 987, but it could repeat. Because that's allowed. Pretty sure anyways. 2 here, gives a 2 here. And that finally finishes off this box, so at least the dot's in there. I find it very intriguing that I still haven't figured this 7-9 domino out. But this can't be a 9 anymore, so that's a 1. That's a 9, and that's the first 9 in the grid. Actually, no, I've had a few. This 9 must go here, which means it has to be accompanied by an 8. This has to be a 1, which I also could have gotten by looking at the Cryptic dot. Now this is a 2 and this is a 1. Whoops. This is a 2 and this is a 1. I think I clicked the wrong thing. Steal issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9, 7, 7, 7, 5. And this has to be a 9. Now I've got a 3-5 pair here. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this is 8. For some reason it didn't auto-erase that one. I'm not sure why. Maybe it would be too OP if it always worked. This is missing a 2. And a 7, I believe. That's missing a 7. Uh-oh, how do I finish up these 5s? Can I finish up these 3s? What's the other number? Oh, 9? Uh-oh. There's probably some crop key way of figuring this out. There's no 8s surrounding this. It's the only way to limit the 9s. I guess I'll just keep looking. 5 and 9 in here. And this is 3, 5, or 9, I think. Ah, this 8 would need to have a white dot for this to be a 9. So that's a 5. That's the last big break in the puzzle, I think. Very cool puzzle. Always down to play more crop key puzzles. Congratulations, 27 minutes. Definitely could have done that faster if I had a little bit more experience with crop keys. Ooh, this is kind of nice. I kind of want to skip to the night Sudoku, but also, what is non-consecutive Battenberg? That sounds neat. Alright, sandwich. I haven't done sandwich in a while, so I'll read it out. The numbers outside each row and column correspond to the sum of the numbers between 1 and 9 in that row or column. So, for instance, with something like this, 35 is the sum of the numbers 2 through 8, which is just kind of something you learn. And then these are all 0 clues. So the 1s and the 9s have to connect. Which actually does... Oh no, this 3 could be a... No, it can't be a 2 or 1. It has to be a 3, because 1 is used. So 9 must be there, but this is a 0 clue. 9 can't be all the way out here, so that's a 9. which gives this 2 and 3. This has to be a 1. Don't know anything about this clue, so I can't make any judgments. Oh, I guess it wouldn't matter if this was a clue, because I already know where those 1s and 9s go. Okay, no more info here. Yeah, so we know where all those 1s and 9s are. Don't know anything about this area. I think this has to be where the 9 goes. Yeah. 9 can't go here, because this would be 5 clue, and it's a 2 clue. So 9 can't go here, here, here. Yeah, it can't go here, because then there's a 9 already there by Sudoku also. This is just a 9. Which means this one is here, and that gives it 2 here. So now this 1 9 is done, this 1 9 is done. 1 in here has to be in one of these cells. And the 9 in here has to connect to the 1. Oh, I think this has to be the 1, actually. But I'll prove it here. So since the 1 is locked in here, and it has to be connected to a 9, the 9s have to be in one of these cells. I didn't think about the 9 reaching across boxes, though. Yeah, there's nothing to say it couldn't work. I thought 9s would be stuck in these 2 cells, so this couldn't be a 1, but... Or this would be forced to be a 1. This can never be a 1. For a very interesting reason. Which is that if this was a 1, this would have to be a 9, which it can't be. But this could still be a 9, and that could be a 1. This could be a 9, that could be a 1. This could be a 9, that could be a 1. They just have to touch. And every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I could die. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? Oh, this has to be a 1. I want this to last, need you by my side. This 7 clue... I don't think you can make it stretch all the way up here. Yeah. Because you need 2, 3, 4... That's already over. There's no way that the 9 is up there. And it can't be there. And it can't be in this box in its entirety. So this is the 9. Therefore, this is the 1. Therefore, this is a 1. Okay. And now this has to be not 2, 5. It's got to be 3, 4. 2, 5, 3, 4, 6, 1. 6, 1 doesn't work. Pretty sure that's all the ways to make 7. Let me know in the comments if you can think of any other ways. This is probably the 9 to make the 6. But I could be wrong. 9 in here is there. This can't be a 1. Because it would force a 9 there. This can't be a 1 by Sudoku, so this is the 1. And this is the 1. So now, 9 up here to correspond with this 9. And that means this can't be a 9. Also, just because this 9 is right there. So that's a 9 for sure. Now we need a 8 in here. So it could be 3, 5. With the 5 being up there. 2, 6. I don't know, that seems like a lot of possibilities. So I don't feel like denoting that. I guess I might as well. 2, 6 in any order. 3, 5 in this exact order. And it can't be two fours because of the rules of Sudoku. So now, can this can this ever be a 9? How would you stretch a 4 into 3 cells? There's no way. It can't be done. And that's a 6. My voice was getting hoarse. I might rest it here. Pretty sure there's nothing else with 1-9 logic. Oh, there it is. Maybe one of the pencil markings is wrong. Is there a way to do this, Dr. Death Knight? I don't know if you're more experienced than me in Sudoku. I'm pretty sure this just doesn't work. Experience in math, but I lack context here. Um, Context is these rules on the right. But at this point, it's basically just a classic, because I already got all the 1-9s done. All the 9-1 clues aren't done. This has to be a 5. The same number cannot appear twice within a knight's move, 2 over and 1 across in any direction. This is one of my favorite types of puzzles, so I'm probably gonna finish off this episode with that. Ooh, I like how that denotes that that can't be a 4 now. There's a trick here, yeah. Two in here is actually kind of weirdly restricted. Don't think it helps much though. Oh, that gets a digit. Three there. This can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's either 7 or a 9. That is really funny that that hits that square. I don't know if I should write it down if it's 3 or more. Well, it means this can't be 1. It's slightly restricted. The square can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a 9. Money in my bank account. Clicking the wrong thing instead of the 9s. That feels restricted. I don't know if it actually is. Oh, actually 9 in here has to be in one of these cells. Because these line up. Danny, fine. Thank you. No money in my bank account, oh no. threes, fours, and nines. So this cell can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. Could it be 5? 6. Oh, it could be 6. I don't know that much about 6s. But I do know 6s line up with 3s here. Yeah. So this can't be a 2. Oh, still not quite enough. Anyways, back to the 6 logic. 6 there. 6 here is kind of weird to denote. 6 can't be here. Very odd, because it would hit those, which actually does give another digit. Wow, okay. And that gives a bunch of things, okay. Did I start this off with 6s? Yep, we get more 6s. And yep, I can get even more 6s. And yep, I can get every 6 on the grid. And the 3. And this 1, and this 2. Got no 6s in my grid account. Oh no. 9 is here. This is missing 2 and 2 down here. And this is missing 5. And now this is 5, this is 7, this is 8, this is 1. And this is 1. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what I did at the end there, but that works. That was a fun one. I think I'm gonna end there. I don't wanna overdose my mind on Sudokus, do too many at once. Third line was from 1 to 9. Oh, neat. I didn't notice. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kind of cool. That's cool. Yeah. So this is neat. I think I do prefer the other Cracking the Cryptic games where they cost $5 and you have a bunch of puzzles that are like self-contained, but this is probably a easier way to do it and like develop it. And it also doesn't like flood Steam as much. And it's very nice that there's all these free puzzles. There's like, how many free puzzles is that? 3, 26, 30, 33 free puzzles, I think. Which is very nice. Congrats on 500k subs, Cracking the Cryptic. Gas! You gotta eat your beans before you buy that one. Oh wow, yeah. I mean, look at all these free puzzles, honestly. It's hard to complain about that. I might get back into Cracking the Cryptic. I kind of want to give the Miracle Sudoku game a replay, because I am kind of feeling like doing some miracles. Because those are neat. But that is going to end this episode. Cracking the Cryptic, the app. Also Cracking the Cryptic, the YouTube channel. Both get a recommended from me. And here's the rules. Oh gosh, there's a lot of rules. I was expecting it to just say classic or whatever. But yeah, there's also all the stuff here for beginners. But yeah, very neat. There's no continue button, which I guess makes sense because I haven't bought like, I guess Fog of War is the first one. Fog of War is kind of neat. It like hides some of the board until you fill it in. Anyways, if you enjoyed this look at Cracking the Cryptic, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Thanks for watching.